In third place, Camille Sergey.
So that has massively set me back to get up to Newcastle for wrestling. There's a very good chance as I walk into the venue, my music will be playing. So that's kind of how close we're cutting it here.
Who's the daddy?
It's Saturday then, and then it is a show day. And it's time for a weigh-in. So, in the comments below, I would you all guess, after 2 days of carb loading, after a depletion, and then 2 days of carb loading, what do you think I'm going to weigh? Poof! 195.8 on the morning of the show. This is lighter than what I weighed at the FitX show. So we're going to have a little condition check. I'm going to run through the sheet of meals that I've got, and I'm going to tell you what the order for the days and what the order for today's vlog is. So let's get to it. So a little morning check-in. It's just after 7:30 or so. So we've actually lost a little bit of tan. RIP, the shoulder tan, which we'll cover up with some dream tan, no problem, in a little bit. Well, not in a little bit, but at the show. Leg cuts are coming in, which I'm happy about. They weren't there at the North, they were non-existent. They weren't there at the FitX show, also non-existent. But we can see we've got them. Now for the finals. So we're going to go through a little bit of pausing and then we'll start to eat. But first of all, I'm going to run through what today's food is going to look like. Today's food, it's day 3 of the carb loading process. It is show day. What are we having? We're going to be having 50% protein from what I would normally have. So that's going to be between 100 and 110 grams of protein. What I'll probably do is just aim to have 20 to 25 grams of protein a meal every 3 hours until I'm on stage. I should be on stage at approximately 3 o'clock. I can then just make my protein count up later on in the day, so I'm not too worried about that. I'll still hit protein requirements as usual, around 200 to 220 as we go through the day, but before I'm on stage, I'll get maybe 60 grams of protein in. So for carbs, we continue the carb loading process. We are still on distilled water and we're still sodium free because we sodium loaded. So today what we're doing is, and I'm still measuring me piss as well. So I've just pissed 300 ml. So I'll be having 300 ml or less. Not drinking wee, drinking water before I go to the toilet again. So meal 1, baby rice, 50 grams. Meal 2, 6 rice cakes. Meal 3, baby rice. Meal 4, 6 rice cakes. Meal 5, baby rice. Meal 6, 4 rice cakes and natural fruit jam. Meal 7, baby rice. Meal 8, 4 rice cakes and natural fruit jam. So that is going to be 8 meals. So let's say I have my first meal at, it's about 7:30 now. So let's say 7:30. So you're going to be looking at 7:30 for meal numero uno, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. Takes us to about right to being on stage. So I'm going to follow that for my meals. I'll put in a little bit of isolate into the first baby rice meal. I'll take some chicken or fish to eat separately every 3 hours or so, just a very small portion of chicken and fish. And that's going to be the meals for the day. Water is going to just be as and when I need water a day, mouthfuls, sips. I won't be taking water for the sake of it. And then when we get to the show, we'll see what the crack is. We'll report in. We'll see how many people I'm competing against. Let me know what you think, or let me know how many people you think will be in my class down in the comments below. And also, on top of getting ready for today's NABBA Britain finals, which I'll be showing you everything I'll be prepping and taking with me, I've also got to get me wrestling gear packed, because straight after the Britain, I'm heading from Bradford up to Newcastle to wrestle. Such is the life of the jack-stacked daddy. So I think when people normally think of a bodybuilding diet, this is the kind of stuff to think of. Plain as you can get. Chicken breast, no season, nothing. Fish, plain white basmati rice. But that's not what it's not what my bodybuilding diet is like at all. And I am a poor to mediocre bodybuilder at best, so take my advice with a pinch of salt. But I'm only eating like this with no seasoning because it's show day. I've sodium loaded. If I hadn't sodium loaded and cut sodium, I would still be having probably sodium on my food now and a little bit of seasoning. So even if you have zero desires to be a competitive bodybuilder, you can live that bodybuilding lifestyle. You can look like a bodybuilder without having to go to the extreme of getting on stage and the extreme of contest prep and those last minute details. For wrestling, I look pretty decent all year round without having to go to these extremes. And these past 2 weeks have absolutely sickened me to get to the look that I've got now. And yes, I do look better now than what I did 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, 3 months ago, September, October, November last year. But the point I'm making is you can still look good, you can still look very good without having to have such a boring diet like this. But what I'm going to show you now is the treats that were taken with us to the show today for post-show, because post-show we're heading straight from Bradford, the St George's Hall Theatre, where the NABBA Britain finals is, all the way back up to Newcastle to the Jubilee Club for a wrestling show. So we've got some treats. Now the thing with bodybuilding shows and treats, your cravings and your wants for food always get mega ridiculous. Just before a show, you do your show, you have one or two things, then you're like, I don't really want that. I've learned that over the years. So what I've done is I've just got a couple of bits for me and Alice to share. I can have a bite or two of some of these things, she can have the rest. I will save them for tomorrow, because after the show I don't just want to fill myself full of sugar and junk. I'll want a proper meal, probably a burger, crumbs and brownies. And I think what I got off these guys was like 2 loaded brownies or blondies or something like that. So yeah, we've got a blondie, half brownie tray bake. The next thing, which I'm really looking forward to, even more so than that loaded brownie, is this here. Same company, and we've got, it's basically a blonde, I think it's a blondie and brownie selection. We have got in here some brownies, a red velvet. This was Alice's box, I can't remember what was in hers, but I also got a box, and this is mine. More of a blondie kind of guy, as you can tell by my GF. Probably the most watched show in this house is reruns of The Office. It's always on as background noise. Look at that there. Metal Gear Rising, like a big kid. Some previous bodybuilding trophies there as well. The house is a tip at the minute. It needs tidying, mega needs tidying, but life has just taken over the past couple of weeks, last couple of days. Been too busy, too tired to sort it out, but that's another job for another day. But what we've got is, to be honest, I can't remember the flavours that I did get, but it is a couple of different blondies in here. I think one is a Jammy Dodger. I can't remember the flavours, but believe me, they do look nice. And on top of this, we do have a post-show little selection box, which you can click the link down in the description below to see what the post-show treats are for this show. So next up, I'm going to show you what is in my bag and what I'm taking on the road with me for the day, for both the bodybuilding show and the wrestling show later this evening. What have we got in the bags for today? So this is food bag for the day. I've already went through the food sheet of what I need to be eating early this morning. So this contains all the meals that I need for today. We have got a fish and rice, a chicken and rice. We've got an empty Tupperware and a couple of packs of baby rice. We've got My Protein, flavour drops. We have got some natural jam. We've got packs of rice cakes. We've got the potassium tablets. We've got some vitamin C tablets. And we've got the spoons so we can eat that as well. So that is food for the day. Moving over to this bag here. This carrier bag contains tan, towel, paws and trunks. This is just an empty shaker. And the empty shaker is for pre-workouts. Currently, I've got this, which is just a pump stem free from Applied Nutrition. For the first time, I tried the Blood and Guts Dorian Yates pre-workout the other day. Tasted surprisingly very nice. So I'm taking those with me. Whether or not I use them, I don't know. I'll definitely use the pump. I don't know if I'll use the caffeine. And I've just got a change of clothes in there as well. I've said that the vitamin C and water's in there, but it's not. So it's a good job I did this div check, which I'm gonna have to go and put those in. And then in this bag here, this is my wrestling bag, which I'm going to be taking with me because we're going straight to the venue. So we've got wrestling boots in there. We've got all of my wrestling trunks, knee pads, knee pad covers, etc, etc in there. I've got an energy drink for after the show, after the bodybuilding show, which I'll have on the drive up to Newcastle. I've also just got some cheap isotonic sports drinks to have, because I'll probably be a bit dehydrated coming off stage from the bodybuilding show. Wrist tape, just the essentials for wrestling. The essentials for wrestling. Got the chains in there as well, in case I need to smack someone or choke someone out. So that's bags packed. I'm going to go and get the vitamin C, going to get the waters put in. And then that's the bags packed up and I'll be ready. Well, I'll eat another meal. I'll have some rice cakes now, but then I'll be ready to hit the road. So 6 rice cakes. I've already ate some. Az's here.
Yay!
We're doing a vlog. What you doing, Az's?
Tell
the viewers.
Documentary-ish. So, filming a documentary been fun. For how long have I been filming you now?
Before
Ages.
Christmas.
Before Christmas, yeah. And this would be a big day today for the Jack Stack Daddy.
Tell the viewers what we're filming today.
So we're
tell the viewers. So, Az's I met through wrestling. Az's was a wrestling fan and he is a film student. I met you through, was it just coming to shows?
Yeah, coming to shows basically.
And we became friends just by Az's showing up at shows. He is a film student. He's making a documentary on me. But so Az's is a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
He knows nothing about bodybuilding. He came to the last bodybuilding show that I did, the NABBA Mr Britain. So I just want you to tell the viewers from your perspective, what do you think is the agenda for today, or what's kind of your expectations of today? Bearing in mind, you came to the North Britain.
Okay.
What do you think is happening today?
So I'm thinking it's a big day for you, and I'm expecting to hear the double bicep thing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see your entrance.
Yeah.
That's my kind of expectation. And one thing, I always saw you as like, holy shit, that's Shreddy. Whenever I'm in a show, it's like, I could tell where's Shreddy.
Yeah.
And like, whenever I go to those bodybuilding shows, like the one I went to in Hartlepool, like I've went to many.
Yeah.
It's easy to lose you around there.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well,
Because everybody's jacked.
everybody is jacked and stacked.
Yeah. So this is the thing that I always say about wrestling. People who always like compliment me, which is nice to hear. And they say, oh, you look massive, you look in good shape, blah, blah, blah. But the bodybuilder in me, I'm like, don't really feel like I look anything special. But to a wrestling audience, and that's only because I train under Eddie Elwood, former Mr Universe, former strongman competitor. I've been around bodybuilders. So in my head, I know what legit jacked, legit big guys look like. Whereas in wrestling, like in Brit Rest, without sounding arrogant, I'm probably I'm not the biggest guy because there's bigger people, taller than me, heavier than me. But in terms of a package, as in muscular, jacked, I'm probably the best in shape, muscular guy who can still move. That sounds quite arrogant to say, but that's kind of how I feel. That's what the Jack Sack Daddy is. But in bodybuilding, it's a whole different kettle of chicken, as we say. So Aziz is just getting his stuff sorted. He is going to be documenting the day, the bodybuilding show. He's going to be documenting the wrestling show tonight. So we're going to get the car loaded up, and then we're going to hit the roads, and then we'll probably have a stop off at Weatherby Services, get a quick meal, and then I will be seeing you all at Bradford. So we are on the road, and the first stop is going to be Weatherby Services, which is about an hour away. So to the venue, we are going to the St George's Hall, I think it's called, in Bradford for this show. It's about an hour and 45 minutes away. Time is currently 10 past 10. Check-in for the venue, well, check-in for my class is 12:45, so like 2.5 hours there. It's going to take about an hour and a half to get there, so plenty of time. I'm expected to be on stage at 3, so I'm just following my sheets for food. I'm going to have some more rice cakes just when I turn this camera off. Eat my rice cakes. I'll pull up at Weatherby Services, where I'm meeting with Cam and Linda, who I've been training with over the past few weeks. You'll have seen them in the last video or so. Going to have my next protein meal there, which I think is fish and rice, and then we'll have about another, I don't know, 45 minutes to get to the show, get checked in, and then I'll have my next meal once we get there. Aziz is in the background, getting all of his documentary stuff. Alice is manning, or woman handling, the camera. So all the work's pretty much done now, and we can hopefully enjoy the show and hopefully don't have too much of a rush getting back to Newcastle this evening. We're going to pop 2 vitamin C. So vitamin C is a natural diuretic, which is going to just help me urinate the last remnants of water out of the system. But we're in the hot bed, otherwise known as, camera back on the asset, the hot shred of British professional wrestling, Weatherby Services. So what we're doing here is getting the next meal, which is going to be fish and the rice meal. So this is apparently his first time at the hotbed, Weatherby. Shreddy frequents here very often on his wrestling travels.
Shreddy's a frequent customer.
He is, yes.
Well, you say customer, there's never anything open when we need
No, it's always late. Normally at services.
This good food?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's good. Look at it. It's
No.
not very good at all. Especially when you do your meal prep and you've got your own food with you.
Yeah.
I am starving now though. There's Cam.
I know you don't think about it, but what do you think of your chances of qualifying to the universe thing?
I think you've got good chances of qualifying for the universe.
You feel more confident than me about this?
I think your issue is you
That's his
think about...
He's not giving himself that belief. He's not believing in himself enough, you know.
I think you worry about not being the biggest guy. It's not about that.
Of course it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, like, your last show, you had the best showing. Like, your class, you were the best.
No, I'm not too sure about that. I just think on the last show, what it was, he didn't execute his posing enough. He wasn't bang on it. His head wasn't in there as a bodybuilder. He was a wrestler. And this time around, he's been drilled to be a bodybuilder. Well, hopefully, you'll see the difference in his posing today.
We need to get top 6 stone, yeah. So if I get 6th place,
I like to see inside top. I would say 4.
How many are competing in?
You don't know.
don't know until we get there. The last time I did the Misters, which was 2018, there was 13. I didn't place then. So we'll just wait and see. We just got signed up. There is 5 people in my class. I am competitive 52, I've got my number. So really there's nothing much else to do now other than to just wait, and in the words of Triple H's music, "Damn, time to play the game," which means we're basically just waiting, and then we're going to be competing in a couple of hours' time. So the next meal, rice cakes, 1:15, probably going to go 2 hours, so I'm going to start putting the jam on.
Shreddy is the daddy!
Right, gentlemen.
Shreddy!
Step to me. One step. Stay there.
Shreddy!
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give this guy some
Woo! Yeah! Jacked! Stacked! Daddy! Yes! Jacked! Stacked! Daddy!
Number 54.
Shreddy!
double bicep. Double bicep. Side chest. Any side.
In 5th place, Gary Burke. In 4th place, Lewis Woodgate. In 3rd place, Camille Sergey. In 2nd place, Woolwich.
Holy shit! Who's the daddy? Who's the daddy?
And the winner
Who's the daddy?
goes to Adam Foster.
Who's the daddy? I believe Shreddy is the daddy!
Just close up for your photograph. Close up a little bit. First 3, please. First 3. Winner in the middle, please. Thank you. If you'd like to leave the stage. Thank you. And now the winner on his own.
Woo! Shreddy!
Yes, Adam!
Jacked! Stacked! Daddy!
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Well done.
Yeah! Who's the daddy?
Britain, hardest man, hardest man. Britain, hardest man. Who's the daddy?
You face the front, please. First, please, ladies, face the front.
Who's
And
the
then
daddy?
take a quarter
The
turn
jacket stack
to
daddy.
your right, please.
Look at that. Absolutely buzzing with that. First place. First place bodybuilder.
It's the ring with you tonight.
Yes, take that into the
I
ring.
said that would be a quality ending, right, for the documentary. He could mix it not just with wrestling, but like add your bodybuilding. The ending is you can do both. You've
Pass
won the
that shit in a
first
racer,
place.
please.
Professional wrestler amongst bodybuilders.
Professional express, yeah, with a lot.
You've won the first place and then won a title.
Yeah.
Like, there's a spoon in there.
So from Monday, this guy, Cam, is going to be on YouTube a lot more. So we're going over to the... It's going to be are we sticking strictly to Mike Mensa? Are we doing the Dorian Yates Mike Mensa approach?
Cambo Shaboom style.
Right, so we're doing the Cambo Shaboom style training, which is going to be...
Based on Dorian Yates and Mike Mensa.
So we're going to be training and we're going to be doing a growth phase, especially now that I've competed for the Universe. We were going to be doing it anyway, but I'm fucking buzzing now that I've fucking qualified. But now that I've won that show and qualified for the Universe, I'm even more motivated. So we're going to be documenting the entire bulk, the entire mass growth phase, training sessions regularly. But Cam, over the past 5 weeks now, has been training with me most days. I'd say for the last 3 or 4 weeks at least, every session pretty much, and has massively helped me. Eddie has coached me with my diet all the way through, kept me right with... Eddie kind of sets the plan, and you help me execute the plan. I am fucking buzzing with that. So unexpectedly now, I'm in the overall. My plan was to be heading back, and I've already been on the road to Newcastle to wrestle. So we're in the overall, which will be in about 20 minutes, half an hour at most. So I'm quickly nipping back to the car because I've got a date. I'm going to just carb up a little bit more, get some fluids in me, ready for the overall. There's some monsters in the overall, so I know I'm not going to be fucking winning this. So we are now rushing. We're very delayed because Shreddy ended up in the overall, so we didn't place in the overall. I knew I wouldn't, but you don't even get placing in the overall, it's just you win or you don't win. So I knew I wouldn't get a win in the overall, but I ended up doing the overall because I won my class, which I didn't expect. So I planned on leaving the venue at, I don't know, probably 4:30, 5 at the latest. I planned on leaving. When I obviously won my class and found out I was going to be in the overall, then I had to stay to do the overall, which I'm glad I did because I was on stage with, you know, the best physiques from the show for the day, and there'll be more photos and all that good stuff. So that has massively set me back to get up to Newcastle for wrestling, wrestling at Prime. Main event, so luckily I'm on last in the show, so we're going to try and make up time, get there, and we'll see how we get on there. But it is now a bit of a mad rush, so if you can check Google Maps for me just to see, are we on the right track still?
Yes.
We're on here for another 6 miles. So thoughts from the day, what do we think? As is, what do you think of the day?
I absolutely loved it. The Jack Stack Daddy ain't no gimmick.
It's a lifestyle. Alice, what do we think?
Quality.
And that blondie was very, very nice. So I don't really want to eat too much junk now. I'm actually just wanting a proper meal. So it's going to be an hour, and how long is it until we're at the
Hour 45.
So it's going to be an hour and 45 till we're at the wrestling venue, and there's a very good chance as I walk into the venue my music will be playing, so that's kind of how close we're cutting it here. So I've got a protein bar somewhere, I might have that, but I'm just looking forward to having like a proper meal. So I don't know what I'll be having, but I'll have something, but that's not going to be until after. Just checking the map, staying on the road. That's not going to be until after I've wrestled, so you're looking at a few more hours. Protein so far for the day has been down. Even my carbs have been lower today than the last couple of days because of the carb loading process. But tomorrow is going to be a day off the diet, it's going to be a relaxed day, and then Monday we get back to it. If I qualified for the Universe, I was going to be motivated to do it, and I was going to, you know, stay on track and all that good stuff. But now that I've won this show, I've got even more motivation. So as I said earlier, I'll be training with Cam, following that Mensa, Dorian Yates, heavy duty style training. Depending on how long of a prep I'm going to need for the Universe, it's going to be between 12 to 16 weeks. That's going to dictate how long of an off season I get. It's not going to be a massive off season. That doesn't matter too much because it will allow me just to maintain this condition. Realistically, I'm not going to put a huge amount of size on before I need to start prepping again. So I'd rather stay somewhat lean, put a couple of pounds on if I can of good quality muscle over the next, say, if I start prep 12 weeks out, you'll be looking at, I think, August 23rd. We're now at the start of June, so I'll have all of June, all of July, 3 weeks or so of August, so you're probably looking at 40. You may be looking at 12, 13-ish weeks to put on a little bit of tissue and a bit of muscle, and give my body a bit of a break from the prep that I have been doing. So I would like to ideally do a 12-week prep rather than a 16-week prep, but we'll kind of come to that. Subscribe to the channel, we'll come to that, we'll come to the diet change and the increase in calories and how I'm going to rebound in a separate video. But for now, we're on to Prime. Call me Prime Time Shreddy, because that's where we're going. Hopefully there's no delays. Hopefully we get there before the music starts playing. Stay tuned. I've just realised I need to put my wrestling trunks on. I'm not wrestling in bodybuilding trunks, but we managed to get here in time. So what you didn't see on camera is the promoter had rang me twice saying he's going to have to pull me from the show, but Shreddy wasn't going to no-show. Shreddy did everything he could to get here in time, so call me Prime Time Jack Sack Daddy. Here we go.
Big time Brex.
Yeah. successful day. NABBA, not only is Shreddy the Jack Stack Daddy, and I'm looking very jacked and very stacked, very brown in that mirror. Not only am I the Jack Stack Daddy, not of Brit Rest, the Jack Stack Daddy of professional wrestling. I'm now also NABBA Mr Britain. So I am the Jack Stack Daddy,
The prime NABBA Mr Britain.
and I am prime time Shreddy, because we've also got that. So Shreddy would say today has been a successful day, and it's only going to get better now because we're about to go for Five Guys. Now you told me it's open till 12, and if it's not open when we get there, someone
You'd make me humble.
someone is going to get slobber knockers. I will make you humble.
Break your back, make you humble.
But while Shreddy was wrestling, while Shreddy was winning the prime heavyweight title, Alice was treating herself to
At least-
top quality match.
At least she could have got you something that fits you.
Well, yeah,
Nothing was my size.
yeah, because you're a skinny little bitch. That's why.
I'm not
Yeah.
the Jack Stack Daddy.
There's only one Jack Stack Daddy. You could get jacked, but you'll never be the Jack Stack Daddy. But we could get you on that jack plan. But very jealous of that. Next up, we are now walking on the mean streets of Newcastle. Azaz has informed me that
Yeah, blame
Five
me.
Guys is open till 12 in the PM, aka, is it PM or AM?
AM.
AM, 12 in the AM, not PM, aka midnight. If it's not Azaz, I'm going to humble you.
Oh no.
I will be devastated if it's not open, because yeah, you'll be getting power bombed. You'll be getting pile
I'd
drives.
get you something else Mackey's would do.
No, it will not fucking do. It will not fucking. I am not having a McDonald's. That is not entering my gob. We're only going to get a fucking Five Guys. Yeah, I'll be getting the chips for myself as well. Here we go. So this is well earned. We have got. Now the fries at Five Guys have definitely got smaller over the years, because this
Well,
is
it's
a
the thing,
large.
I don't know which is which because...
I'm sure a large and medium now is just the same. Like,
Oh, that must be the large because that was my size cup. Is that a small? Oh, right, okay.
yeah, I suppose there's quite a bit there actually.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of chips there. So
There's enough.
we've got the fries, we've got the burger. We're going to get a bite of burger on camera, then we're going to turn the camera off. Shreddy just wants to enjoy himself. But we have got that triple mustard. Look at that. We've got the triple ketchup, triple mustard, the triple patty. It's what Shreddy calls a triple shredder. And look at this right there.
Was that worth the wait?
So we spent about an extra 20 minutes in Five Guys than what we planned, because I went for a crap. And when I was having, it's the first one that I've took today, and when I was having me crap, I got bad. Do you ever go to the toilet, and when you're on the toilet, you know when I stand up here, I'm going to get pins and needles? That's how I felt. So I was past that point, so I was like, right, I'm not going to rush to get up now. I got up, was washing my hands. It must have took me over 5 minutes to get from the sink to the hand dryer, because I had it wasn't cramp, it was pins and needles. I had such bad pins and needles in my legs. It was not a good feeling whatsoever. So, show the box. What have we got left? What flavours do we think is left there?
Jammy Dodger.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that is. And that's
Peanut
wanna
butter.
say
Is that
peanut
the Reese's,
butter.
maybe?
possibly.
That one. Okay, so we've had the Five Guys. Didn't go for a milkshake. After the last show that I did, the North Britain, I had a Five Guys, large fries to myself and a milkshake. Didn't have a milkshake this time. One, because last time I had the milkshake, it loaded me out and that kind of ruined the rest of my evening for eating. It's late now anyway, so it's not like I need to eat much food, but I would like a few treats. So we've got red velvet brownie. Now, I don't think red velvet's a flavour, because it's just chocolate, isn't it? Like, a red velvet cake is just chocolate cake.
NANI?!
Yeah.
With a bit of cream cheese on. So when they say, oh, it's red velvet, like, so to make it a true red velvet brownie, what we need to do, we get the red velvet brownie, we get some rich cream cheese. We get a spoon. Is that enough, do you think? We get the brownie. And we put it in our gob.
Gobble. Is that red velvet for you now?
No, that
Yeah,
is red velvet.
delicious.
Right.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan time. So the damage from today, I weighed 195.8 this morning, and now weigh 199.2. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. That wraps up today's video, today's vlog of the NABBA Britain Finals, heading to Prime. So a bit of bodybuilding, bit of wrestling, full day of eating, all of that good stuff. What I want you to do is hit the subscribe button, because I will be dropping those other videos I mentioned, talking about how I will be utilizing my rebound phase, how I will be adjusting my macros, and how you can work out and establish and calculate your calories and look at a few different macro splits. If you're going from a cut to a bulk and vice versa, they'll be going up as separate videos. I'll also be starting the Mensa, Doreen Yates, heavy duty training series of vlogs where I'll be going into this bulking phase, this mass gain phase, as I now get ready to put some size on before I start prep for the universe. So there'll be loads more of those type of videos to come. I want you to comment down below and let me know what videos you would like to see. I also think at some point I'm going to do a cheat day, but a cheat day with a twist. I might try The Rock's cheat day, and we'll document that on a video. So make sure to subscribe to see all that kind of stuff. Like the video if you've enjoyed the video. If you didn't like the video, then just don't dislike the video, just click off, just go away. Just don't look. Just don't look. Or comment. In fact, comment and let me know why you didn't like it. That would be better. But we're going to wrap things up for the video right now. You can follow me on all the socials. The links are down in the description box below. For everybody who has gotten this far in the video, thank you for watching. For everybody who supports me on social media, a big thank you as well. And just remember that being the Jacked Stacked Daddy ain't no gimmick. It's a lifestyle. See you in the next video.
Who's the daddy?